The Journey of Kofi. In the quiet village of Akyem, nestled deep in the forest, Kofi was known as the boy who always listened to the wind. Ever since he was a child, he had an unusual gift. He could hear voices carried by the breeze, whispers of ancient spirits that guided his path. But Kofi kept this secret to himself, for fear that the villagers would think of him as cursed. One evening, while returning home from fetching water at the river, Kofi heard a voice more distinct than ever before. It was soft, yet commanding, echoing through the rustling leaves. "Kofi, your ancestors call you. Come to the forest heart." His heart raced. The forest was known for being the bridge between the living and the spirit world, a place where only the most brave or foolish dared to venture after dark. Yet, something in the voice compelled him. Gripping his staff tightly, Kofi stepped off the familiar path and into the deep woods. The moonlit trees cast long shadows, but Kofi felt the pull of unseen hands guiding him. As he walked deeper, the air grew thick with the scent of incense, and the trees seemed to whisper his name. After what felt like hours, he reached a clearing where an ancient baobab tree stood, towering and gnarled. Beneath it, a circle of ancestors sat, their forms translucent, shimmering in the moonlight. Their faces were familiar, drawn from old stories told around the village fires. One of the spirits, a regal woman with glowing eyes, stepped forward. It was Nana Ya, Kofi's great-grandmother, a powerful priestess who had passed long before he was born. "Kofi," she said in a voice that seemed to come from the wind itself, "our time is fading. The spirits are restless, forgotten by the living. You must restore the balance." Kofi's mouth went dry. But how can I, Nana? I'm just a boy." She smiled softly. "You have the gift, my child. You hear us. The living world has lost touch with the spirits. If the balance is not restored, chaos will seep into the village. You must remind the people of Akyem that we are here, watching, guiding. You must become our voice." As she spoke, a glowing stone materialized in her hands, pulsating with a warm light. She handed it to Kofi. "This is the stone of remembrance. With it, you will call upon the spirit when the time comes. But be warned, the living do not always welcome the truth. Many will fear what they do not understand." Kofi accepted the stone, feeling its warmth seep into his skin. He knew the journey ahead would not be easy, but he also knew he could not ignore the call of his ancestors. The spirits began to fade, their voices merging with the wind once again. Nanaya's final words echoed in his ears. "Do not fear the spirit world, Kofi. Fear only forgetting." As the sun rose, Kofi stood alone beneath the ancient baobab tree, the stone glowing faintly in his hand. The journey had only just begun, and Kofi knew that the path ahead would forever change the fate of his village. But he would not walk it alone. And that is the end of chapter 1. But stay tuned as we bring you the rest of the intriguing story on the Journey of Kofi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.